Interesting, the first place that the Eitam is mentioned is in the book of Judges, in Shoftim. After Samson's red wedding and he gets into a conflict with the Philistine, he runs to the most barren place he can find where no one will find him. Right? He runs to the place called Selah HaEitam, the rock of the Eitam, which is here, and we're soon going to see why it has to be here. And the Philistine, they come to Bethlehem, which is right behind us, and Bethlehem was a Judean city, and they came to the Judeans and said, well, you have someone you're harboring here who's a criminal, and he's killed some of our people. And the whole incident with the jawbone of the donkey happened around this area between here and Bethlehem. That's the first place mentioned in the Torah. It's also mentioned in Josephus. It has a very green land full of gardens and orchards on account of the aqueducts that brought water to Jerusalem, but it created a lot of water presence here. You don't see much of that now. We're at the end of the summer and the land isn't what it used to be, but with the help of grazing, specifically rotational grazing, it's possible to bring all of this area back to its original green beauty. Okay. If you look up ahead, you can see the shul that we're building. This shul was built by children, illegal minors, building a shul for themselves where they can study Torah, getting skills. It's completely sustainable. You can see some of the boys going up there with tools. They're still building it. It's not completely done. We have services there, but they're sealing it for the winter. It's built according to army regulations, so it's not a permanent structure, because we're not allowed to do permanent structures. But this is going to be the beating heart of the Eitam. And everybody here has a job. There's always work to do. And until here you can hear the roosters. This is the barn. The barn needs to be updated, but we have about 50 sheep here. They're resting from their morning graze. In about 3 hours, they're going to go out for their afternoon graze. As you can see, there's some baby lambs that were born recently, some goats. We make our own cheese, our own milk, and that's part of the diet that they have. We get a sack of flour, our own cheese, our own milk, our own animals. They learn shchita. So that's the idea of this yeshiva. This here is going to be a tent for visitors, a visitor center rather. So we started doing masonry around it, and we're putting on a roof. The middle is going to be fabric tent. On top there is a guard tower where we do guard duty, and where we view the area. And then to the right, of course, is the shul. Altogether, you have 10 guys every night doing shmirot. They have a list of whose turn it is to do guard duty at what point. They don't need much supervision, though a little bit is needed. And they're going to be growing into fine young men, into the kind of adults we're going to need in an adultless world, huh? you.